Well, boys, as you can see, the king is back. Apollo is home, and I gotta pop the hood because you guys, if you missed the last video, I gotta show you the Cobra Jet ESS. I'm a man of my word, boys. I told you it was gonna get done, and I gotta give the biggest shout out to Revolution Automotive. Those guys are absolute savages. They dialed in the car amazing. If you guys need a tuner, if you guys need an awesome shop, I'm telling you, head up Revolution Automotive. I'm not even just saying that. They don't even pay me to say this. I just try to refer good people to other good people so they have good work or their car runs amazing just like mine. And yeah, I am super, super happy with the build. Y'all are going to be, I think y'all are going to be blown away. So I actually, in today's video, I tried to race my uncle's 1,000 horsepower GT500. In Tijuana, there was way too many police. Tijuana, it was hot. It was hotter than the sun out today. Well, boys, don't worry about not hitting Mexico today because we are going to take Apollo for a drive. I'm going to rip on it for you guys. I wanted to get the race in with the Shelby because I wanted to drop a heater first actual video. Before I even get too far into this, 65 to 70% of you guys are not subscribed. I get, I want to say guaranteed 150 DMs a week, probably just from random people. Just random people from the internet, which I love. I try to respond to every single one of them. It's a lot of work. It is. But, they all tell me, I thought you had 150,000 subscribers. I thought you had this. I thought you had this. I thought you had that. And no, we're sitting at almost 31,000 subscribers. So if you guys can do me the biggest favor, just drop a like on today's video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to make this a full-time thing. And I want to bring as much racing content as possible to you guys. And I need someone to buy my GT500 so I can put a down payment on the property I want to get so we can do more racing. And I'll get into that if it actually happens. But yeah, boys, ESS is on with the Cobra Jet. We've been running with Apollo, same mono blade and everything. So I wanted to mention, this might be technically the first Cobra Jet ESS that is getting raced. Every single person, when I made a post on the forums, you can literally go on the ESS Mustang forums, go look at my thread. Every single person that ran a Cobra Jet, they made an adapter plate to run the stock throttle body, which makes no sense, and in my opinion, at the end of the day, because you're not really moving all that air. You have the Cobra Jet that flows air, but it's a smaller throttle body. Really doesn't make sense. So yeah, I think mine is the legit true first with a mono blade and the original OEM Cobra Jet on the Mustang. So all I'm gonna say is I laid into this car one time on the way to the Tijuana spot. She screams, boys. She's ripping. I really do think it's faster than my GT500, and that's. People are going to be like, how, Jake? That makes no sense. It makes a lot of sense, and it doesn't at the same time. 1,000 horsepower versus 650 wheel horsepower. It all really comes down to gearing, power to weight ratio, and yeah, it just stays in the power band and keeps absolutely screaming. And yeah, the car doesn't feel any weight difference. This kit was only, I think, 38 to like 48 pounds or something. It wasn't much at all, but when you add a blower to a car, you're adding maybe like 100 plus pounds on top of the motor. I don't even know. It's a lot of weight. But when I drove supercharger cars, I could feel the weight difference. When I did the ESS, I do not feel a weight difference at all, which it's a huge difference. And then I'm trying to stay as light as possible to be as fast as possible. But let me give you another up-close look and walk around with the car. Before we get in the car and go for a little drive, I just want to show you guys how we did everything, or should I say Revolution did everything, because they did a phenomenal job on the build. So VMP monoblade, Cobra Jet, we obviously did not touch that. This was all custom by them. They did that. Obviously, we have the upgraded intercooler. I did go with the G4 intercooler, so it is the biggest in the race intercooler. I also did it in black, so you really can't see it. The only thing you can notice is those little silver clamps right in there, and I kind of want to spray paint them just so no one sees them. So it's like super, super incognito. But honestly, it starts to whistle right away, and you guys heard the first startup in the garage. It sounds amazing. And don't worry, the car was warm. I just literally just parked it just to film that for you, so don't worry. I'm not beating on the car when it's cold. But yeah, we relocated the two-step. They made a bracket right here. Also tucked the catch can off to the side, which is perfect. We haven't put any breathers yet on the car. We're not making crazy enough power where we really think we need it. We'll cross that road when we go down there. And a breather, if you guys know what I'm talking about, I could throw up a little picture on the screen. It is a little circle kind of vent piece. It just releases a lot of crank pressure. So yeah, we might have to do that eventually, but as of right now, this is how it's going to look for a little bit. We're going to see the best possible time we get at the track, and then after that, we are going to change the fuel system, upgrade everything. And the reason I did this was for you guys, for anyone that really can't afford a massive fuel system right out of the way. You just want to stay with your all stock fuel system, stock everything. Granted, like I said, my drive shaft, all the other pulleys and stuff, because I do have the ATI balancer and the Steeda water pump pulley, so that does help the ESS a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it made great power for stock fuel system. Like I was saying about the stock fuel system, I left it all stock because I was like, you know what? No one ever really does that. They always just throw a booster pump on it. And yes, I could have got $750 out of it, but you guys know I already ordered a fuel or four. It was FOUR double pump fuel system with all the new fuel rails, injectors, everything. We got everything to the nine to make 1,000+ horsepower. It's going to have plenty enough fuel, but this is for you guys that really. Booster pump's cheap, so I was like, I'm not going to buy a booster pump, then return it, or just deal with all that. So I was like, you know what? Let's just see what the car can do with the stock pumps, stock rails, stock everything, because I was like, no one's done that. And I was curious to see what the Gen 3s were making. So we had to turn it down on the big end because I'm going to put the graph on the screen right now of exactly how much power and how much torque Apollo made. So Adam, my tuner, is an absolute G. And the Cobra Jet and the ESS, the combination that they formed, it was just making so much steam on the big end that we're shifting the car at 7,000 RPMs because we don't have enough fuel pressure on the big end. 8,000 RPMs, we're obviously going to be shifting 8 once the big fuel system goes on. Not enough fuel on the big end, so we backed it down to 7,000 RPMs. I want to still see if we can run an 9-second quarter mile. As it sits, the only reason I don't think we won't is because we probably hurt the 60-foot by taking out the converter, but the converter was smoked. We're getting that upgraded to a better one that's going to be even stronger. Then it's going to go back in the car. So if you have a stock converter, stock Gen 3 10-speed, this is pretty much what your car will make. Obviously, you got to minus the Cobra Jet and all the little stuff. Let's just say 650 to the wheels, maybe 640 if it's not, the tuner's not as good as mine. And yeah, it might be possible to run a 9-second quarter mile. We're going to find out Wednesday. Oh, yeah. She's spicy, boys. Blew my ears out. Hey, boys. So I wanted to do a little bit of drivability with you. You guys just saw me rip on it just ever so slightly. And I'm not going to go full windows down because the car got so stupid loud. It feels good though. It feels actually really, really good. It almost still feels NA. And what I mean by that is, like, you guys know how hard the Shelby hits and how hard like twin turbo cars get hit, just like that immediate like boost, snappy. All depends on the turbo setup though, really all depends. But like this is so linear. It almost still feels like it's NA, but like the boost really only comes on in the big end. Like it only made 500 pound-feet of torque, which is not a lot of torque. It is not a lot of torque at all, but that's how the Coyotes are. Plus with the ESS kit, I just figured dig racing, this car at the track is just going to work so much better. And honestly, even hitting it from a roll on the street, it doesn't feel bad either. The reason I went ESS, and I know I'm going to get this question a lot, everyone's like, I got it a million times as soon as I bought the kit from Derek. Everyone was like, bro, why didn't you go twin turbo? Why didn't you go Whipple? Well, a lot of people already do that. A lot of people have done ESS already too. But I kind of want to be different from the NA standpoint. And like I said, I wanted to keep the Cobra Jet. Whipple was overdone. Everyone's done Whipple. And like I said, I didn't want all that pressure on the crank because it's really hard. The Whipples are super, super hard on the crankshaft. Watch a lot of people snap a lot of cranks with them. And I wanted to use the monoblade. I wanted to use the Cobra Jet, like I said, with that also. And just the way the power delivery is. The power delivery, you're also not going to smoke your 10-speed as fast with the ESS versus the Whipple. The Whipple is just that root style, and it just hits so violently hard that you're just going to shred. You're just going to shred everything. You're going to shred your crank. You're going to shred your drive shaft. You're going to shred your 10-speed is going to get cooked. Everything's going to get cooked, bro. Everything. So honestly, this car in normal mode, I would throw my street wheels back on it and just go for a cruise in the car. And actually going back to the stock converter made the drivability so much better. I really do think there was something wrong with that converter when I first got it, because it always started doing weird stuff, and I even told the shop right away, and they're like, sometimes the converters can be finicky. It's just something to get used to, and that was my first ever converter, so I really didn't know what to look for or really know exactly what to tell them. But long and behold, that girl was smoked. She was absolutely finished. Stock converter though only had like 17,000 miles and some change on it, so she's a fresh unit. She's fresh. Transmission feels good. Thank the Lord, because I was actually really worried. I thought that my 10-speed was going to be smoked. There was a good chance of that, and I was extremely worried. But like, dude, look at this car, guys. Like, look at it. Nothing but racing has done on this car. Nothing but racing. But like, cruising right now, you hear the ESS just a little bit whistling, just ever so slightly, but the sound is good. It really is. You probably hear my rear whining a lot louder than the blower, because my rear is screaming for dear life. Do you guys hear the humming there? Okay, it goes and comes. Like, hold on, let me give it a little bit of gas. Hold on. Sometimes certain speeds it just hits and goes on and goes off. It's kind of weird. So like I said, I just want to do nothing but racing with Apollo, and I'm super happy that Derek sold me the ESS, so shout out Derek again. I've been loving this thing. Like, we've just been sitting at a traffic light for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, not crazy long. Cylinder head 192, inlet air 77, went up a little bit, but still, like, it is now the air saying 71, and I got the AC on, and I'm actually freezing in here. I'm literally getting goosebumps. It is so cold in here. Absolutely love every decision I ever made with this car, and hopefully the decisions I make can maybe steer you guys in the right direction. I'm not getting paid by ESS. I'm not getting paid by Revolution. I'm not getting paid by no one. I always try to recommend good stuff to good people, and I'm loving it. So I just want to give you guys the best stuff, or at least kind of maybe guide you in the right direction. Granted, there's a lot of other good stuff out there. Whipples are amazing. The twin turbo kits are amazing. It really all depends what you want and how big your bank account is. But mine was not that big for Apollo. I was trying to ball on a budget, make it affordable, and make it a very relatable build for the people. The people love the ESS, and I watched a lot of cars race ESS. I got beat by an ESS car, and I was like, you know what? I think that is the perfect blower for me. And I can go into every pro and con and reason. I did actually a full video on like the reason why I chose this over other stuff. But yeah, next problem we do have to address, I think one of my tires are just like really weird, or maybe they're old or something on this, and I'm getting kind of like a little vibration, just a little weird vibration, but it's okay. We're gonna address it. We're gonna get it fixed. No worries, my friends, no worries. So I really wanted to street test the car because there is a lot of stuff we have planned for it. I want to do sick week in the car, and if you guys don't know what sick week is, you have to drive your car practically, I think it's maybe like 1,500 miles round trip and race it. So when we do that, we're probably going to do like the 950 index class, which means we have to run a 950 at all the tracks we go to, and keep it as close as we can to 950, and then we have to load the car back up with all the stuff and drive somewhere. I don't know if anyone can come with me and do it. I might be doing sick week solo, which will not be as fun, but if I got to do what I got to do for content, I'm going to make it happen for you boys, and I would love to win it. Always been watching an event every year, and last year, to top it off, we actually went with the Shelby GT500 Zeus to go check it out, and I had a great time, and that was kind of like me checking out to see if I actually want to do it, and I'm fully solidified. We're doing it. We're going to do the 950 index class when we get this thing dialed in, but we're going to obviously shoot for an 8, but if we can do 9s consistently, like a 950, I'll be okay with that. Come on, brother. Let's go. Push the gas on that little Chevy Cruze, brother. Keep that thing moving. But yeah, I want to street drive it right now. Tuner dialed in, absolutely perfect. But before we start really pushing the car to its limits, I want to feel it out, make sure nothing does a stupid hiccup or nothing comes up that they missed, or just anything in general. But most of the time, it doesn't happen. But I just like to take extra precaution and just put the car through its paces before we're doing like 150, 160 miles an hour down the drag strip, because things can get ugly, and I really do love Apollo, and I want to keep this car for a very long time. All right, so if we're rating sound, drivability, how the car feels, I mean, everything, sound, 10 out of 10. It's honestly a sleeper. You don't hear it too much, but the second you're on the gas, you know it's there. She's present. The temperatures, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. Haven't been racing in any sort of like real crazy heat yet, but my temps are good. Cylinder head now is down to 183. Inlet air 78. I don't know. Sometimes the temps do weird stuff. I think they fluctuate way too much, which they're not really accurate. Also, my brakes are shot. We do need new brakes. They're actually glazed. They're more glazed than all of Krispy Kreme's donuts. That's all I'm saying. They are actually shot. They're shot. Grandma's checking out my car right now. She's like, damn, what the hell is that thing? Said back in my day, I used to ride around one of them things. So, temperature's good. Drivability, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Drivability is awesome. No hiccups. Car doesn't surge. Doesn't feel weird with the mono blade. As you guys I'm seeing, letting the camera roll. We're in literally bumper to bumper traffic. Literally bumper to bumper. It is rush hour. It is 4:06. Look at this. 4:06 right there. Nothing but traffic and we're cruising. There's so many cops out today. Brothers, what are y'all doing? Like, why y'all need so many cops out? Send them to the city or something. City's crazy. Up here ain't crazy. We chilling up here. We're just trying to go to Mexico. You know what I'm saying, boys? Trying to party a little bit, go hang with the fast guys, and see if my little 650 wheel horsepower Mustang can hang with the big dogs. Yep, broke his neck. He just said that's hard. Yep, he's like, damn, brother. Let me rip my jewel one more time. Let me give it a little rev, see if we can catch a neck action. Oh yeah, he's a yep, that's hard, that's hard. Just to show y'all I wasn't lying, look at the temps. Inlet air is up to 80, but after I revved it, it is what it is. And then obviously it's climbing back up to 185. Cruising around, I'm telling y'all, putting it through its paces, making sure Apollo's good. I test everything. Honestly, if I don't even film it sometimes, I'm just testing stuff on the cars. And I probably should be filming a lot of that stuff, but I really don't. I just don't want to think, I don't think y'all want to see like the testing and stuff I do with the cars just to make sure they're good. Because sometimes I find this stuff kind of boring. And look, all the way perfect. Right back down to first, like butter. I'm gonna tell you all this. We do have a Roush Mustang behind us. Stage 3. Looks like an old dude. Don't think he's about it. But we are gonna head over to Plaza Ford, see Wild Steve, because if you guys know, that's where Wild Steve works now. He quit Stallion Racing Division on me. We actually weren't paying him full time, but he quit on me, and he went to Plaza Ford to sell Mustangs and Ford trucks, which I don't blame him. They're freaking awesome. Thought that was another cop back there. Everyone just eyeing me up. I think it's just Apollo just looks so good. It's just breaking everyone's neck today. That Roush, I'm gonna tell y'all this. That Roush Stage 3, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it or you can see it through like the back windshield. It's a silver one. The silver Roush Stage 3, I don't know why. Just the Roush front end. Roush killed it. Roush did a hell of a job with that car. Plus, I love their side decal, and I love how they put an American flag on the car. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Roush, you're killing it, brother. You're absolutely killing it. Excuse me, coming through. Good luck, everybody. I wanted to show you guys this too because I was like, you know what? I really wonder what my fuel mileage is. Yeah, this is actually hilarious. Out of 1,520 miles, I've been averaging 12.5 miles to the gallon. So if someone says in the comments they drive their car harder than me, I'm calling bullshit because I really don't think anyone does. This car, I'm telling you, gets absolutely put through hell, but I take care of it tremendously. Look at the Scat Pack. You know what? That is a nice blue. You know where it would look probably a lot better is in my rear view mirror. Oh, he don't want it. He definitely don't want it. That thing ain't boosted. Let's give him a little rev. Give him a quick little whoosh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother. How you doing? Oh yeah, she running good. She running good. Put that thing on the chip, brother. Come on, dude. Mopar, no car, boys. Mopar, no car. Yeah, I'm Team Coyote. That's all I'm gonna say. Coyote for life. General Motors and Mopar, suck it. Oh, he gassed it. He's a brother. All right, dude, let's get it. 40 dig. And 40 dig is also an inside joke. Y'all don't know about it, but that thing does look good. I'm not gonna lie. I do like that blue. Just hear the whistle. So I did restart one of my fuel mileages, and we're still averaging about 12.9. It's going up, 13. We got a Prius. We got a Prius, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Wild Steve at the dealer. That thing sounds sick, and they know it. AC off. Brother! You like it?
Holy crap.
She's ripper. She's a
great, man.
You want to lay in the back and feel the thunder?
Don't want to lay in the back.
Can
you strap me in?
I can. Yeah, they're toe straps. They'll hold you down.
Oh, man.
Here, let me park. You mean park and handicap?
Well, for you, yeah.
Yeah. All right, fine. Well, you want to see under the hood?
I would love to. I'm excited.
So you guys know, I don't know if you're the OG. Steve actually came with me to pick up this car.
4 years ago, wasn't
It was close. I was telling him we're actually almost at the 4-year mark.
September.
Was it September?
It was September. It was September, October. It was one of the two.
It was getting cool out the time, I remember.
It looks good, man. Damn,
But-
that is a beefy tube.
You like how we kept the Cobra Jet with the mono?
I do. Well, let alone I haven't seen a setup like that before. Looks great.
It's definitely different. She's a ripper, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put the other seat back in the car, and we're going to go for a ride. You want to get Gap, Craig?
The EcoBoost can't handle
Nah, he don't want the smoke. 40 roll, Craig. Boys, we got a little dirty from working on Apollo today, getting the wheels on, getting everything rocking and rolling. And yeah, I got to say, this car drives absolutely amazing, if not better than stock. And the reason why it does drive better than stock is because Revolution Tuner is an absolute G. And yeah, shift points, everything is so perfect. I love the way the blower sounds. That was a plus, like I told you guys, kind of like my idea and the route we wanted to go with this. But the blower sounds amazing, drivability amazing. It just sounds sick when you're just cruising down the road. It just, the sound, the tone, and also the power delivery with the 10-speed. You guys know the 10-speed is like so snappy and like wants to just roast the tires off completely. But putting this blower style, it's more linear. It doesn't hit as aggressive down bottom. Like I said, the torque is down 150 pretty much horsepower to torque difference. That's a big gap. That is major. The real question is, can Apollo make it to the 9s on a bone stock Gen 3 fuel system? And yeah, 655 to the rear wheels, about 502 horsepower. You guys saw the dyno graph and in torque wise, but I mean, it rips. She's a ripper. I'm gonna try to run everyone back. CTSV guy, unfortunately, his car is down at the moment. He's making more power, so yeah, we're gonna have to turn up Apollo even more for when he comes back. That's gonna be a hell of a race. Well, boys, I think that is gonna be a wrap for today's video. 4 years later with Apollo, and yeah, I must say, it's an absolute beast. I love this car to death. And yeah, this was kind of a small intro video to a taste of like nothing and nothing and nothing but racing. 4 years later, we're still gonna be racing Apollo to the absolute extreme. We are racing it till something A, blows up, 2, grenades, 3, catastrophic failure. But like I said, we are pushing this car to its limits. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. It is Italian Stallion 410. Same exact as YouTube. Can I help you? Sir. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Sir. Sir, can you not touch my car, sir? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, boys, I got to pull the car in the garage before Meatball melts it to death. Much love as always, and he actually just chewed a fat hole in my brand new Vans. Much love as always. Buy a shirt because I need new Vans. I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.